So it's, wait, oh, it's backwards, that's right. All right, students, so today, Mrs. Pilgrim has her good headphones on. This is shared text. This is not shared reading. So is that close enough? Can we see?
Pull up a chair, pull up a chair. Here comes another chair chat. We're gonna talk tech. We're gonna talk tech, 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 tech.
Today's topic on Cheer Chat comes out of the Literacy Lounge. That's a great drop-in session for some help with some literacy programming. We're getting a lot of educators showing up there, and they're really kicking it already with understanding the literacy continuum by Fontes and Pinnell deeply. But they're finding quick start is not quick start these days. They're talking about kids and can everyone talk at once? Can nobody talk? Is there noise in the background? Does everyone have to have a mic? And what if, and what if, and what if? And in the end, they're spending hours scrolling online trying to find a great read aloud. Well, let's not stress like that anymore. Let's get a little bit deeper into what is shared reading when you're talking text for teaching.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
So one of the great places that you can go to for some shared reading material is right into Fontes and Pinnell. See this guy right here with the shared reading symbol? This is a resource that you really could use for K1 too. And Holmes purchased a rather expensive license so you can do just that. Each school should have a login, so check in with your admin, your LRT, or your grade 1 folk to find out if they know what it is. So let's take a look here. We've got Monsters ABC, and this is a great choice because you can see it's got audio, and that you can also see I've got a lesson plan here, as well as a PDF file of the book itself. So I'm going to click into this guy, and here's the book that I'm going to use. So instead of having the kind of book where you might flip pages each time, we're able to scroll on this one. And so I strongly recommend going to full screen so you get something nice.
So those times when your students can't find your cursor, you're trying to have them follow along, there's a few different things that you can do. Instead of going, hey everyone, see my cursor? It's up at the left and they're looking way over here on the right. Find something that's really obvious. Like maybe you're going to say, so my cursor is on the smaller of the eyeballs of the monster. I want everyone to find my cursor as it goes round and round. But we can also introduce some digital tools to help us with that as well. The Read Write extension by TextHelp, which Halton has purchased a license for everyone, has a special tool inside of it. It's called Screen Mask. When I click this, you can see I get this white bar. So I'm just going to move my screen mask down to where the text is. And now inside of here, it can be you using both tools together. I'm the alphabet. Now I'm going to scroll. Monster.
Okay, so you can see that I've got my students here over in a breakout room. When I do this, a tab, and I'm going to choose just my Fontes and Pinnell, you're going to see that it comes over like this. And now I've got my students over here on the side. But if I want to be focusing on this, this is like no good because right now I can't see Angela. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to maneuver this over, and you're going to see if I get too close, it puts everybody over to the bottom. So I'm going to move it over a little bit more until I get my people at the side. And the other thing that I can do is I can actually change my zoom controls. So you can see I'm zooming. And what it's doing is it's shrinking down my presenting window so that I can arrange it to see my 3 students here at the side. So now when I flick back to my book, I can see both the book we're going to use for shared reading as well as my students. Some people are concerned, what's it going to sound like? Because we're really used to this remote learning environment of being muted and unmuted and muted and unmuted. But sometimes we do want to hear everybody read at once. Now, I'd recommend starting small. Don't jump into 20 to 30 kids all talking at once, because that's going to sound like a disaster. do some breakout rooms, build some routines with just a couple of kids. So here we've got Angela and Andrea, and you're going to listen to us do shared reading of just the first sentence. Okay. All right, everyone. Here's my cursor right on top of the monster's eyeball. So make sure that you can see where it is because we're going to be using it as a tool to help us with our reading. So in shared reading, we're all going to unmute our mics and we're all going to read what my cursor is pointing to at the same time. And I'm going to be focusing the cursor on the first letter so we can really work on those sounds. So come on down to the last word. So it looks something like this. I'm going to point at the word letter. And you can see that I'm pointing at the L as we read letter. So is everybody ready for our first sentence? Okay, so we're all going to read together. I'm the alphabet monster. Awesome, guys. Want to work on that second sentence?
For more information, please visit my HDSB, the literacy page.